Members of the Council, for those who may be unaware of this very important group we currently indirectly support financially, I will give an overview. Creative Carers is for wonderful and caring people who informally look after someone living in Derby, either a partner, family member, friend or relative. Creative Carers is a not-for-profit group run by carers for carers, started in 2013 and formed an excellent partnership arrangement with Community Action Derby and successfully competitively tendered for 2 contracts within the Council and the CCG. Every one of them are family carers from Derby. Their ethos believes that those with personal experience of caring are best placed to support others. Carers can learn from each other by sharing experiences. Carers can manage their own self-care by learning new skills. And self-esteem and confidence grows if we share skills or knowledge with others. And every carer has unique and important needs. If I can quote some of the carers for you, they're talking about creative carers. This is so exciting and just what carers need. Someone else said, the fact that these facilities are accessible is really important. They also said, I am so glad I came. I picked up important information and I'm going away much happier. And this has turned my mood around. I feel the sun has come out. Thank you. You can see from those quotes how important Creative Carers is to them and to the city. Creative Carers is not only a support group, it is a prevention group. Prevention in a social care way. Many people say that it is difficult to prove that prevention saves money. Well, they have. They can prove they save the city £365,000 a year through activities and carer-led resources. They do this by identifying 134 individual carers during this financial year and putting a financial value on the social benefits experienced by the individual attending a selection of their activities, for example, photography, drumming, arts and craft, cooking, singing, and self-care days. I was very pleased recently to join one of their Zumba classes at their Festival of Caring, highlighting the diversity and inclusiveness of what they provide in terms of support. That day, many councillors from different parties attended. Some of you will know how important, through your visit, this group is. The amount they save is 3 times as much as the $121,000 funding they receive. It is nationally recognised that carers save the country money. In fact, the estimated 25,000 to 30,000 carers in Derby save the city an estimated £2 billion. Creative Carers also help the council discharge its statutory duties in community-oriented ways that work for carers and works for the council by providing ongoing support for an important section of our society. If I give an example of the Creative Carers founder, someone who set up this group from personal experience. She looked after her mother full-time at home for 9 years. This included meals, personal care, help with medication, finances, help negotiating health and social care systems. Her mother never had a care package, except for 1 week's respite care in the whole of the 9 years. Instead of the carer juggling work and caring, paid care workers had to visit the home 4 times a day for 15 minutes each. Assuming payment of £20 an hour, that would be £140 a week, £7,000 a year. Over 9 years, that equates to £65,000. Well, instead of being at home, looked after by her daughter, her mother had gone into residential care. That would have been a whopping £270,000 for 9 years. If you extrapolate the same calculations for just 10 carers in similar circumstances, there would be a saving of £655,000. If the care was still at home, or 2.7 million if in residential care. The city would clearly struggle without unpaid support provided by family and loved ones, and without this carer-led resource to bolster and support those carers to carry on caring. Creative Carers works from a Haven House on Charnwood Street and is a dedicated space for carers. It is run by carers for carers. Activities here include a community cafe, a variety of arts and crafts, games, books, a chill space, a kitchen for social lunch events and for cookery sessions, including healthy eating and cake decorating. There's a quiet space, a blue room, a calming space where carers can have counselling, prayers, meditation, massage, or just take 5 minutes out of a busy and stressful day. A training or meeting room, and there's also space for yoga and dance. Creative Carers also work closely with other organisations such as Making Space, Age UK, Transition 2, Headway and Umbrella. Recent communications state that Creative Carers contractually is a good service and always achieves its targets. From a professional aspect, it is recognised that there is a significant element of contract delivery which is not direct service delivery, but is fundamental. So why is this a problem? Why are we as a council finding it difficult? As the proposer, I can only go by what information I am given and what I seek out. Members will know that I'm critical of people when I feel there is justification. I know it irritates those who come under that criticism, but as I say, the truth and reality sometimes is irritating. I have spoken to Councillor Webb about this briefly, and briefly he explained his, or rather the council officer's position. From that brief discussion, I asked if he would be happy for a meeting with me and the Creative Carers, and he indicated he would be. I therefore sent an email, not directly to Councillor Webb, but he was copied in, and on the 24th of October, requesting such a meeting. Unfortunately, I've had no response, and hence this motion. I have also heard that the Labour leadership have also been silent on this issue. Yet Creative Carers' own website shows several Labour councillors in their photos, including Councillor Pegg and Councillor Repton. Even Margaret Beckett is featured. So to the problem. Creative Carers funding is not direct. It is part of a bigger grant that goes to the Community Action Derby. It is they that hold the contract. I think Councillor Webb sort of highlighted that. That is the technical issue, and the one that Council hangs on to, saying they cannot support within the contract. However, it can be demonstrated that Creative Carers directly delivered the contract to service users. In conclusion, Mr. Mayor, all I want the Council to consider is that with the legal brains we employ within this Council, please make every effort to untangle the legalese and support this organisation directly. This is not about the budget. The budget is there. This is not about adding our financial spending. We already spend it. This, to me, is about whether there is a political will to support this wonderful group, or whether we are too lazy to spend some dedicated time to overcome a technicality. I commend this to the Council.